Try to paint these baby pumpkins. I have all the colors for each design I'm gonna do, so yeah, wish me luck. This one's gonna be cute, just wait. I don't have a blow dry. Okay, first one done. That one took forever to dry, so I'm gonna do the first layer on all of them first. This one's green, yellow, white. This one's tan, light purple, and another green. I couldn't help it. I finished the Calpert one. Now I'm working on this one. It has stars on it. Now I'm doing this abstract smiley face one. I don't know if it's gonna look good, but it's my favorite one. Now I'm gonna work on this one. Oh yeah, I did that. Don't know how I feel about it, but think about it. I am the only one in the universe at this exact angle, at this exact moment. I'm just redoing this one. I regret doing that. Oh my gosh, don't mind that one, but the rest though, like, I would separate them and put them all around my house, but they just belong together, you know? Why I haven't posted in 2 days, it's because of these. So bye.
I'm finally doing the viral terracotta pumpkin DIY, but I decided to do black this year. First, I did 1 coat of black spray paint. This just gives it a nice even base, and then I grabbed a paint sample of black paint. We used black limousine and mixed it with baking soda and flour. This just creates that textured stone look, and it can get as messy as you want it to. Then when that coat is almost dry, I just dust a layer of flour on top, and this is the final result. I think it's such a cool and chic look for Halloween, and I just love it so much. I want them everywhere.
Today I grabbed these concrete pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I don't really love the gold stems and I wanted them to look a little more earthy. I'm using a base color of green, beige for highlights, and dark brown for shadows. First, I'm covering the pumpkin in my base color. Next, I'm gonna mix my base color with my light color, and I'm gonna apply my highlights to the outward parts of the pumpkin. Then I'm gonna take my dark color and mix it with my base color, and I'm gonna apply that to the inward parts of the pumpkin, creating shadows. For the stem, I'm going medium on the top and dark at the base. And here it is, my little heirloom pumpkin patch. And the best thing about it, I got these 8 pumpkins for 10 bucks.
Here's how to do the trending terracotta pumpkin hack. I was so excited to try this out. Start with some coral or light pink paint and add a little baking soda. Paint your pumpkins and grab flour and drizzle it on the top. Wipe it off with a towel or shake it off. Wait till you see how cool these look. Add a little tea light. Follow me for more.
'Twas a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams. For the story that you are about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old. Now, you've probably wondered where holidays come from. If you haven't, I'd say it's...
Let's give these basic pumpkins a faux concrete makeover. I'm starting by using a white paint spray. This will give my pumpkins a good prime and help the paint stick better. Then I'm using leftover paint from my guest room flip. This is Sherwin-Williams Ethereal Mood, and I'm mixing it in with baking soda. The more baking soda you use, the thicker your paint will get. And next, I'm simply just going to paint this onto my pumpkin. The more coats, the more texture. Finish off with Rust-Oleum clear spray so you can use these outdoors. And there you have it.
Let's DIY the viral terracotta pumpkins for under $50.
All right, friends, let's do this. I got everything from Michael's, but I would recommend checking out the dollar store or even Walmart. They always have craft sections that are so cheap. First, you're gonna mix up your paint until you get a color you like, and then once it is your desired color, you can mess around with it a little bit. Just add about a tablespoon of flour to your paint. It makes it nice and thick and textured. Then you're just gonna lay it on your pumpkins, and honestly, it does not have to be perfect. I like the messy look. I feel like the more textured, the better. When you're done, just let them dry for about an hour or so, and then when they're almost dry, you're gonna sprinkle some flour on top. Let it sit for a few minutes, and then you're gonna brush it off with a dry paintbrush or kind of just shake it. Then I just set mine with a matte finishing spray so that it didn't all fall off. Honestly though, I think
Today we are going to do the Pottery Barn Terracotta Pumpkin Dupe. I got these plastic pumpkins from Lowe's for $16. I'm using the terracotta paint brand from Hobby Lobby in the color Pueblo, and I'm just going to add some baking soda. This does come out fast, so be careful. And then we're just going to paint this on, and don't worry about it not looking perfect. We're kind of going for that imperfect look. And this just shows the texture of the paint, and you can add more baking soda if you'd like, if you want to add more texture. Once I finished the first one, I moved on to my second one. I love this guy. He's so cute. And this was my favorite part. I just took flour and sprinkled it all over. And then what I did was take my hands and rub it all over the pumpkin. You want to make sure you do this when the pumpkin is still slightly wet, but not too wet. And then I just took a little detail brush and brushed it in. And this is how they came out. I think they look so cute. This is way easier than I expected, and I'm super happy with how they came out.
It's that time of year again, guys. It is pumpkin painting time, and I just could not be more excited. I literally wait all year for fall to come. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life the entire year, but I just exist for fall. It is my favorite time. And for the past, I think it's 4 years or so now, I paint foam pumpkins, and I had so many fun ideas throughout this entire year that I've just been like keeping a notes area in my phone, jotting down these ideas, and I'm finally starting on them. So this is the new color palette that I had in mind. So it's our typical book spines that I like to do, and this one's gonna be like a pink orange, like haunted library type of vibe with like some ghosts and a spider web up top. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it yet, but I'm very excited, and I have a lot more fun ideas, like a all black pumpkin with like witch cauldron and witch hats, like late night reading ones, maybe even adding like some glitter to it. I have some fun ideas, so I'm gonna have a first restock of the year very soon, so stay tuned.
Here's how this pumpkin went from this to this. So I was looking for pumpkins for my fireplace, and I wanted a certain type of color and texture, but I couldn't find what I was looking for. So I decided to paint my own pumpkins. I got some paint and I started mixing the colors until I got the color that I wanted. Once I had the color, I added some baking soda to get some texture. Once everything was blended, I started to paint. I did 2 coats, and once I was finished, I let it dry. While that was drying, I painted my other pumpkins. Once everything was dried, I added flour to the top, and I used a clean paintbrush to brush off the flour. Then my pumpkins were ready for the fireplace. I'm so happy with the results. They came out exactly how I pictured them.
Here I am at Target picking out a bunch of pumpkins for the TikTok viral Pottery Barn dupe trend, which my sister and I have been dying to try for a while. It just seems so cute. So we got these little paint sponges and really cute terracotta colors at Hobby Lobby, and then you just mix it with baking soda and it creates a really cool clay-like texture. It almost looks like a stone. Another thing that we learned is that you need quite a few coats to fully cover the pumpkins, so I would say it probably took us 3 or 4 coats to get the exact texture that we wanted it to look like, but it was well worth it in the end. And then we also learned if you want even more texture, instead of just painting it like a brush stroke, you also want to just dab it on. Then I had to use my blow dryer because mine was not drying quick enough. At the very end, you add some flour on the top. I saw it drizzled on TikTok, but I learned if I really want it thick, I just kind of smack it on, and it worked the best for me. And then also, I picked out the battery-operated ones from Target. I know some people have been getting them from Home Depot. Both are super cute, but I just didn't have an outlet nearby. And this is what they look like at my fireplace. Dog approved.
Let's paint a pumpkin. Start with one color at the top, then when that dries, paint a jagged mountain line all the way around. Then layer on the next color and the next, waiting in between each color for things to dry. To make the last layer easier to paint, I flipped the pumpkin upside down and stuck it in this bucket. And then when it was all dry, look, I have this really cool abstract mountain scene on my pumpkin. And if you really want to level up, paint some pine trees in the foreground. Oh baby, that is looking good.
Hello, besties. I haven't painted in months, and today I decided to paint a pumpkin for a contest at work. I wanted to make an eyeball, and it was a little harder than I thought. I started off with the outline in pencil, then Sharpie. Then I filled out the center with black paint and painted the outside edge to create a shadow. Next, I cleaned up any mistakes. After that, I started working on the little veins, which took the longest. I needed to make sure you could see them from the front too. Next, I wanted to add some dimension, but I feel like here is where it got a little tricky. I ended up blending the green and white to fix the middle part. Here is the finished result featuring my deodorant in the back here. I love the results and can't wait to display.